Hello everyone, and welcome to the video on voting and elections. So, as you look at this list, you could see that in the past we have had 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 different types of political parties. But one thing you might notice is as we're going through the years, we only see two colors at any given time. And we're going to talk a little bit about why this is the case. So we're going to start with the election process. In the United States, the election process occurs in two steps. First, we start with nomination, in which the field of candidates is narrowed, and a general election, where voters make the final choice of the office holder. So let's first talk about the nomination process. There are three ways a candidate can be nominated for the ballot. Self-announcement. A person who wants to run for office announces their candidacy. Whenever a write-in candidate appears on a ballot, the self-announcement process has been used. Petition. Candidates are nominated by means of petition signed by a certain number of qualified voters a district. And the caucus. Originally a private meeting of local bigwigs, the caucus as a nominating device fell out of favor in the 1820s, but is still used in Iowa today. So, the Iowa caucuses. So this is the first major contest of the presidential primary season. This upcoming presidential election, we will actually see Iowa be second. Iowans gather at local caucus meetings to discuss and vote on the candidates. So, the petition. Candidates must gather a required number of voter signatures to get on the ballot by means of petition. Independent and minor party candidates are usually required by state law to be nominated by petition. Petition is used at local level to nominate for school posts and municipal offices. The direct primary. So there are different types of direct primaries. The closed primary, where only declared party members can vote. The open primary, where any qualified voter can take part. Also, the blanket primary. Qualified voters can vote for any candidate regardless of party. The runoff primary. If a required majority is not met, the two people with the most votes run again. And the nonpartisan primary, where candidates are not even identified by party labels. So, if you look at this state U.S. map, you could see the different kinds of primaries in the United States. Connecticut is a closed, unaffiliated voters not permitted to vote state. So, if you choose not to have a political party, you cannot take part in the primary races. Types of votes. We have the popular vote, votes cast directly by constituents, otherwise known as voters. So, for example, in 2016, the presidential election, Trump had 62,984,825 votes versus Clinton's 65,853,516 votes. The popular vote within each state decides the electoral votes. Electoral votes differ in each state, with each state having electoral votes equal to the number of representatives and senators. The presidency is won by the candidate who gets the majority of electoral votes, at least 270 of 538. So this is the magic number. So if we look at the electoral results for 2016, we could see Donald Trump won with 306 electoral votes. You could see most states go either one color or another. The only state in here where it's split is Maine. So let's look at voter behavior. Idiot comes from the Greek word idiotes, those who did not contribute to politics and the community. So voter turnout in the US. In 2018, it was about 53%. In 2016, it was about 55%. 2014, 36%. This is an off-year election. 2012, 60%. And 2008, 63%. So you can see 2018 was the highest off-year election turnout in 4 decades. So 40 years, we haven't seen that many people vote. So what are the reasons for not voting? Well, first, you're physically unable. Maybe you're sick, out of town, too busy, at work, etc. In the United States, you do not get time off from work to vote. It is not a national holiday. Some people do not trust the system and feel their vote makes no difference. Non-voters tend to be younger, under 35, unmarried, lower education level, male, rural, and low income. So, who cannot vote? Anyone under the age of 18. Specifics left to the states, but overseen by the federal government. So there's a amendment to the Constitution that allows everyone over the age of 18 to vote. Some convicted of a felony crime can lose their right to vote. So here you can see different types of states have different rules. The red states lose their vote permanently. The blue states lose their vote, get their vote back after incarceration, parole, and probation. The gray states, which include Connecticut, vote is restored after term of incarceration. So, at this moment, what do you think are some of the current drawbacks of our nominating and election system as it exists today? How could it be improved? Please enter your answer in Edpuzzle. That is all for today. See you next lesson.